Ndị be anyị ndewonu. Ọ bụ Ada Igbo na-ekwu na Igbo Media. N'Igbo Media, anyị na-ewetara unu ọtụtụ ozi gbasara ihe na-emegasị na Biafra land, n'ala Igbo na mba ndị ọzọ. N'ụbọchị nke taata, o nwere ihe bịara n'iru akwụkwọ anyị nke anyị ga-agụpụtara unu n'ụbọchị taa. Anyị gụpụtachaa ya, unu egee ya ka ọha n'uju. Ị ga-esie ya, ị drọpụọla your comment, like kwa this our video and gbasakwa ya ka o ruo ụmụnna anyị n'ebe dị iche iche arụ. Ozi anyị wetara unu tata si n'aka otu nwanne anyị nwoke, a Biafra activist. Dịka o si dere ya ozi ya n'iru akwụkwọ, ọ dere sị: Breaking news: Nnamdi Kanu's release gained momentum. Kenya, 7 days ultimatum to return Mazi Nnamdi Kanu back to Kenya or face ICC. Ya bụ ozi ka anyị ji bịa tata na Igbo Media. Ị ga-esi anya bụ ozi, gba mbọ gwa anyị iche ma mekwa ka ozi alụtụ ụmụnna anyị n'ebe dị iche iche aka. Ngwa gere ya ka ọha n'uju.
Going on among the youth and the elders in Igbo land. What do you have to say about it?
A very embarrassing moment for Nigerian government as the revelation continued to come from different quarters. The Igbo nation in diaspora and within Nigeria here has been reacting to the controversy over how Bola Ahmed Tinubu rejected his quest to visit a medical clinic in Abuja. Not only that, Nnamdi Kanu's test has been taken to different countries of the world, and it has been confirmed that he is suffering from illness that is very, very dangerous, and if care is not taken, it might escalate to something that both Nigeria and the world will regret the consequences of what is going to come out of there. He also recorded that his lawyers went to court to get court in order for them to allow him to have access, not to just have access to his health care, but unfortunately it was rejected by the government of APC under Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So what that tells is send a very wrong signal to what is happening in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu right there in DSS. After the test has been taken to so many countries, and his own personal doctor actually confirmed that he is due for a medical checkup. Sometime last year or early this year, the issue of congestive cancer also came about, where it was reported that his leg are swollen up as a result of he lacks some certain distance. And most of these treatments are administered, that's the fear, by DSS doctors, which can never be trusted. Just imagine, what the kind of trauma Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going through in DSS custody under the Bola Ahmed Tinubu Buhari's administration. But it has become very clear that what was said when the likes of Buhari, Malami, and Femi Adesina, made it very clearly, that they wanted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to die. So what transpired in Kenya is coming out gradually, and it has been alleged and reported, verified, confirmed that he was actually poisoned. Poison. You know what I mean? Poisoned in Kenya. This kind of poison they will give to their enemy. Let me put it that way. It takes time. Gradually, you will not be able to know. And that is why they have continued to manipulate his trial, to adjourn and adjourn for over 5 years now. Nnamdi Kanu is hitting 1,550 days. 1,550 days in DSS custody for just no cause. Just because, I don't know how words has become violent in Nigeria.
Well, Mr. Chinedu, we've seen the ONAZ leader, Mbata, is saying he's warning the federal government. If this man dies in DSS custody, chaos will happen. There's no doubt about that, because the whole region of this country, including the Middle Belt, the South leaders, the Igbo leaders of thought, have come out to, even I can tell you in honest truth, some powerful Yoruba leaders, personality has continued to throw their voice. I can remember, what late Pa Ayo Adebanjo said about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's release. But unfortunately, because it is run by a jihadist government, a government that's rejected, anything that has to do with,
transparency, that have anything that has to do with justice, anything has to do with compromise, anything that has to do with genuinity and reality on ground. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is facing a tyrannic extremism by this APC government. Yes, Azon Tampata, the present day Ohanese leader from Ikwere River State, has made it very clearly. And of course, he sent a very strong signal. The Middle Belt leaders also sent a very strong signal that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must not die in DSS. It's not even the Igbo leaders that are talking. I'm talking about people who identified the reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has become a symbol of freedom. And Bola Ahmed Tinubu, a Southern president, has continued to show that he careless. Yes, about whatever happens to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, whether he dies there or not. All of a sudden, he started retrial. Now, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case should be tried again, over and over again. I know you fully well that there's no court of competent jurisdiction that can try Mazi Nnamdi. Whatever they are doing at this time is pure criminality and victimization.
Criminality and victimization.
Yeah, that is exactly what it is. So if you look at what the lawyers are saying now, they are taking this thing clearly, and for federal government to look at the issue critically. And now Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have made it very clearly that he will not be allowed, he will not take it, that he will be discharged based on sympathy, that he will be allowed to face the trial, and that he has faced the trial to an extent that court has granted him freedom.
But this man, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we've not seen him with a pistol, not with a cutlass, not with anything harmful. But we've seen this man, Ado Aleru, bandit leader, negotiating with the government in Katsina State.
That is a 1 million questions. A lot of them would need to ask themselves, how real are they? How conscious are they? Do they really understand Nigeria? Can they really come up boldly and say that this is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has actually done? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has never handled gun. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is using word for resistance. I don't know how word has become violence, but this is a clear thought, of attack on the Igbo nation. Nnamdi Kanu has the right, not a privilege, for agitation, for self-determination, given the situation really on ground. You can see what is happening, but a lot of people are wondering why Bola Ahmed Tinubu want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu dead.
Dead?
Yes. If he doesn't want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu dead, what is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu still doing there? And in his right down in his nose, he is saying, allowing, authorizing bandits, terrorists who have killed thousands of Nigerians to come into his cabal and dialogue and wine, and at the end they make peace, and a lot of things funds were being transferred to them. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not asking federal government to foot his bill. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu medical history have shown that he was actually poisoned, injected in Kenya.
But some people are saying this is politics. Is that true?
It cannot be politics. It cannot be toying with the destiny of over 85 million Biafras around the world. And you are saying it is politics. That is absolutely not correct. The consequences of Nnamdi Kanu's death, Nigeria can never stand it, and they will never stand it. That is the truth. There has been massive solidarity for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's release. And people are wondering, why would Bola Ahmed Tinubu want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu dead? And that is a 1 million times question. Yes, the Middle Belt, the Igbo communities in South and Southeast have taken a position. You don't know what it will look like at the end of the day. I can tell you that they are not happy with the way Bola Ahmed Tinubu singled out Mazi Nnamdi Kanu among other people. He came into power. He released other people, who might have committed the same offense with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But he had Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I don't know whether it's actually to please the North and to please the Buhari and those Arab world who are insisted. You are insisting that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is an obstacle to their plan and conquest agenda.
Viewers, if you are watching, click on the like button, drop your comment, and also share the program to others. Mr. Chinedu, in conclusion,
yes,
Sunday Igboho played along. Now he dropped the agitation of Oduduwa Nation. We've seen Fubara, he also played along. Now he has resumed his office. Do you think Nnamdi Kanu should also play along and drop the agitation of Biafra?
That would be a tall dream to discuss because both Sunday Igboho and Fubara are not in the same cadre with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You can see how, unfortunately, that the Oduduwa agitation led by Sunday Igboho and Professor Banji Akintoye, just died down, telling you that they don't actually mean what they are doing, or they are just acting on the sentiment that their brother is the president. But if you look at, from the other angle, you understand very clearly, that Biafra has become, a religion, and Biafra has become, a spirit that nothing can stop it. It's not something you can surrender to any individual. Biafra lives in the spirit of over 85 million people, Biafrans around the world. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu cannot surrender Biafra to anybody because he does not have what it takes to surrender Biafra. Biafra is bigger than Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He's just the symbol and the face and the image of liberation and freedom of Biafra. That's what it means.
Viewers, if you are still watching, make sure you click on the like button, drop your comment, and also share this program. Have a nice day. God bless you.
Thank you.
The truth is finally out. Now that the Finnish government has declared the CDS of Nigeria, Musa, a terrorist now, what is the next phase of the lie? What lies can the government tell Nigerians? Now that Simon Ekpa is no longer in the picture, because it has always been pictured that Simon Ekpa is the cause of insurgency in Southeast, and now that insurgency has stopped in Southeast, and now that the Finnish government has vindicated Simon Ekpa, that those sponsoring insecurity and terrorists in the country are those some persons in the military. Now, where would CDS Musa bury his shame? Because a group of people are saying we want to exit the country. Because the Igbos are saying they are tired of the contraption called One Nigeria. That is One Nigeria, it will not work, and then it has not been working. It has been a country full of lies, propaganda, and shame. That has always been how it is from. So I am not surprised that the Finnish government has now come out to say CDS Musa is a terrorist for all the atrocities he has committed in disguise of pretending to keep one Nigeria, and that one Nigeria has caused a whole lot of catastrophe in the country. Just some days ago, a notorious bandit that was declared wanted was seen in Katsina State with top government officials going for peace talk. Between Mazi Simon Ekpa and that terrorist, who is more deadly? But here we are today. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still in detention. Kanu is still in detention because of the Igbophobia, of the hate. If Simon Ekpa happens to be from the Fulani extraction, Simon Ekpa would not be a terrorist.
Ngwano dalo ninenu ụmụnne m dịka unu si na-esoro n'Igbo Media, gịnị ka unu nwere ikwu na nkọwa nke unu gbasara maka ihe nọ n'iru akwụkwọ n'ụbọchị uhuruchi nke taa? Gwa ya ife iche n'ụdị nke gị, deela ya n'akara kọmentị ka mara ihe i chere, ma chetakwa tụsa ya bụ ozi ka o wereta ụmụnne anyị ndị ọzọ ntị. Ndewonu ụmụnne m, ka emesịanụ.